In this week's episode, we spend our last moments in Utah. We try to fly the drone for the first time. We spend most of the day in miserable, snowy conditions. But we do try to get some landscape photography in, so follow along and see if we actually manage to get a decent shot or not.
Hello everybody, welcome to another episode. I seem to have a lot of episodes. Still here in Utah. It's our last day. We were trying to get over to Chicken Corners. Sorry, not Chicken Corners, Jehejo Canyon. But there was a spot that I'd forgotten about where you have to go up this slick rock face and it's on a really steep angle. Wasn't going to try it in the side-by-side. I did it on the quad. I remember doing it. I was standing on one side of the quad, operating it, and when you go back the other way, you got to stand on the other side of it to get your weight against the curve. But I can't do that in the side-by-side, especially with the girlfriend and the dog. So we just kind of aborted the mission, and we're here at Determination Towers. So what I'm going to try to do now is find a spot with a really cool dead tree or something like that and get a composition set up. I'll probably use, I don't know if I'll use the 24-70 or the 100-400. It depends what tree I find and how close I can get to it. But we'll have a look around and I'll show you when I find something of neat composition. I'm not using the tripod. It's bright enough out right now that, and I'm not doing any long exposure, so I'm just hand holding most of these shots. But I'll flip the camera on and show you what I shot. I like this butte that's behind me here. It's really cool. It's got some really neat kind of formations in it and that, colors. And there's this really neat dead stump log, whatever you want to call it. So I just got down low and kind of like that. And focused on the rock in the back, and at f11 everything was sharp. So if that first shot here turns out any good, here it is now. Was trying to get a shot of the Determination Towers, which are behind you in front of me. But we're not close enough to them yet. I have to zoom in too far, and everything that's here is making them look really small. So I'm going to wait till we get closer up to them, and then I'll find something there to put in the foreground. Maybe see if I can find a cactus or something like that to put in the foreground. And here it's a bit challenging because there's so many ATV tracks around that you got to avoid the tracks. So we'll do a couple more. Just hunt around a little bit more and see if I see anything else that's really cool to shoot, and if not, we'll get back on the Razor and head over to Determination Towers. Okay, so we got a couple of good shots. We're gonna make our way now to Determination Towers, which are, hold on, pop this around, right there. We're gonna take the trail and get up a little closer to those and see if we can get a shot. I might have to switch lenses. Even here, my 24-70 was just barely wide enough, and those are taller, so I might have to put the Batis, the 18 on, or the 14-24, but we'll see when we get there, see what I can find to shoot. Okay, here we are at Determination Towers. And yeah, Look at that. Gorgeous. That's where we just were over here. It's right where that ledge ends. That's where those last shots were from. I'm trying to frame up something here. I did one shot, again right here with this log in it, which if it turned out okay, I'll show you it now. Okay, so I tried something again with this log. I got up really close to it this time. Obviously, I'm gonna have to focus stack now. I don't know, I liked how it looked. Hold on, I'll zoom in on the screen here. Hopefully you can see that. What I did is I included part of the log in the foreground. It kind of leads you into the frame and then takes you out into the towers. And I got down kind of low to it to eliminate as much of that kind of uninteresting stuff in between. So you get up in between, there's all this kind of waste. So what I did is I got down really low like this and close to this stump, kind of like so. It's hard to see. And it just eliminates a lot of the stuff that's in between. Yeah, and I'm able to get all of the towers in. So I took one shot at f13 on the rocks on the towers, and one shot at f13 on the log in front of me here, which it should be pretty much everything in focus, just because the mid-ground is non-existent, basically, because I'm so low to it, and everything that's in the mid-ground is probably 20 feet or further from me. So everything that I shot of the rock at f13, that will all be in focus. So then I just did one shot of the log to make sure that that log is in focus as well. I'm just going to get a peek of sunlight here, so I'm going to shut up and start shooting. So what I'm trying to do now is walk around and find, I don't know, interesting bush or some cactus or something that is in the right spot for me to be able to get a shot. Like there's some little cactus here, but I don't know if I'll be able to frame up something because that tower is blocked out. I want it to be up a little bit higher. I'll walk around and see what I can find. I don't want every shot with a dead stump in the middle. It's a bit redundant, but if it's all I can find, it's all I can find for foreground. But there's lots of little interesting bushes and stuff around here, so I'm sure I'll find something else. So let's wander around and see what we can find. Okay, so what I did is I framed up this shot here. I might try something with this old fence too, I don't know yet. The issue with it is, I'll turn the camera around so you can see, that when I get this dead tree in here, what's happening is that other tower is kind of blocked by this live tree. So, but I don't know. I really do like this naughty old stump tree. I said naughty old stump. Oh boy. Look at that, there's two Black Hawk helicopters. Or planes. No, they're helicopters. Not sure if you can see them or not. Ah, they might not be Black Hawk. They might be cool. Sure what they're doing. Hopefully you can see those guys in the distance. They're really far away. Headed west. Out that way. Interesting. Anyway, on with the shoot. If this shot with this stump and the tree turned out any good, here it is. I'll show it to you now. Okay, so hopefully that shot turned out good, because I just got the memory card slot 1 full notification, so I have to switch memory cards. The sun peeked out for a minute or two and lit up the towers. I did get that shot before the memory card was full, so you saw it, if it did. And yeah, it's time for something to eat. I'm hungry. Feel like it's noon or so, and even though I had breakfast, I'm hungry. If I have breakfast, I'm hungry by noon. If I don't, then I seem to be able to go until like 2 o'clock and not eat anything. So I can hear some machines coming too now. We've been completely alone until right now. They might have got to that same place we did and turned around. I'm not sure. I definitely can hear some machines. They might not come this way either. There's tracks going all over the place around here. We might try to make our way over to that other mesa on the other side. There's a spot over there called Uranium Arch, but I haven't seen it yet, so we'll yeah, find something else to shoot. Anyway, that's it from this location. I decided while we're here it's really calm, maybe I'll put the drone up for a little while and fly it around. So here's a little bit of drone action. Okay, so we've had to kind of stop here. We didn't have to stop, but we decided to stop because it's snowing. Yeah, I know. Figured we'd get the least amount of wet if we just stopped and waited it, because I've got a back windshield which blocks quite a bit of it, not all of it. So we grabbed our camera gear and we, yeah, we're just going to wait this out, which hopefully it's not going to take too long, but it's completely surrounded us. I'll flip the camera around here. I'm not sure if you can see the snow falling or not, but trust me, it is. You can see all the way around us. I can't put the camera out for too long because it's, yeah, but it's snowing. So we shall wait here, I guess, until the snow stops, which hopefully this will blow over fairly soon. Yeah, here comes some more guys. We might just follow them. Have to just hold on to the camera gear, I guess, and make our way in. It's not too pleasant. Oh no, they're not, I don't think they're really abandoning, they're just riding. Yeah, they're just riding, it looks like. Anyway, we'll wait this out, I think. Well, as you can see, I'm back at camp. I am loaded up. And I'll turn the camera around. This is our last night in Utah. We make the 18-hour drive back tomorrow. And it rained all the afternoon. It snowed. It was snowing when we went into town to get some trinkets. It was 2 degrees and snowing. Or 30 if you're in the US. Roughly. It's almost freezing. There was snow on the side of the highway. Ready to go home? So anyway, hopefully the pictures turned out good today. It's supposed to go down to -5 overnight, or 20, what is that, 28 if you're in the US. And yeah, gonna be cold. The razor's a mess. Truck's not too bad. Camera's got dust spots in the sensor, but gave it a good cleaning today while I was out. So, and yeah, it's a lot colder here than I thought it was going to be in March. They said it was 60s, 65, and it was 30s and 40s. Probably don't know if I do this again in March. Maybe April or May. Anyway, that's it from Utah. Back to Vancouver. Take care, everybody. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later. Bye.